Hello random viewers and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 23, so we're gonna get right into here. Oh, I have a lot of science. Anyways, we need to complete the Ares ship today, and we also need to get out to Duna. Well, get it on its way. I haven't checked where I put these things. Where is that probe that I sent out? Oh, there it is. It's doing nicely. I don't know if it has an encounter yet. I'm going to do this, get a tourist mission ready to go because I like making money along the way, and I will be right back. We now need to perform a course correction with this ship here. That should be good, and that should set it on a good course for Duna. Let me just check really quick and see what its periaps looks like. Oh yeah, that looks fine. What if I fire the RCS slightly? Okay, I can make it a little bit more level. I'll do that. There we go. And let's see, are the solar panels all right? Oh yeah, it's got two solar panels facing in different directions. Should be good. We now have a quick tourist mission to do. Let me find it. It is... Oh, it's at the bottom. That's very helpful. I got two contracts for tourists, one for 4, one for 2. So we're going to put 6 tourists on this one rocket. It is a variant of my Scorpius rocket, and yeah, it's had the upper stage replaced with this space plane thing. It can't actually fly, but it can use that for re-entry and not waste money on a heat shield, and we'll get the whole thing back. So that works pretty well. I've never flown this before, I've just done some quick tests, so yeah, we'll see if it can actually make it to space. And there we go. We got this one back. So I'm going to recover that. We managed to get it a lot closer to the Space Center due to the heavier payload, and that means we'll be getting a lot more money back from it. No science earned, but 26,000, that's not bad. We will keep track of that. How much does the new ship cost? Just did some quick math, and I should be getting... I now only have $41,000 into this craft, and that means that, yeah, and this thing costs, I think, 39,000, or was it 29? I don't know. But the whole rocket is reusable now, except for the fairings, and that means we're going to be getting a lot of savings. Alright, so I think this did make it to orbit. It did. Not the prettiest orbit. I will circularize it here. And it's a lot more efficient on its fuel. The last one wasted a lot of fuel just because it always had so much left over. It was a lot lighter. I don't know, this hitchhiker storage container, I thought it was super light, but I guess it does add a ton of mass to the ship. Either that or this thing just has a lot more fuel on it. That Poodle engine also probably weighs a lot more. Put it all together and yeah, it weighs more. But that is fine, because I'm making so much more money off of it. I can now double, actually slightly more than double, the amount of money I can make, because I can get 7 tourists on it. That is much better now. Oh, I need to deploy things. Here's what it looks like in its completed state. Pretty cluttered on the top. It has 2 antennas and lots of electrics, but it's not bad. No yaw capability, because it just doesn't really need it. Just a little bit of pitch in these ones. I don't like these ones to move because they'll be clipping things, and I hate part clipping. See that? Yeah, I just have them stationary. But yeah, we can re-enter this whenever it's time. Apparently that whole time it was the probe about to explode, but that whole re-entry I thought that was the capsule's temperature bar. I was convinced I was going to kill my crew. Yeah, that was a relief when I realized it was just the probe core. I'm going to have to add some wings to this thing on the bottom, maybe just a single plate or something, just so that I can get a little bit more lift. It just doesn't have quite enough. Yeah, I thought my capsule was about to explode. Nothing did explode, but it looked like something was about to, and that was terrifying. So, hopefully I can fix that in future iterations of this craft. But so far, it's been pretty successful. Yeah, it's not particularly good at pitching up at subsonic speeds. It's just not designed. I mean, it was designed to fly at subsonic speeds, but after I realized it couldn't, I made a few tweaks to make it much more optimized for supersonic speeds. But now that we're below the speed of sound, we're going to need parachutes to keep us stable. And yeah, I overshot a lot, so not as much money, but it's not terrible. In that quick load, I tried turning to hit that island over there. Oh, it's gone now. So now I'm a lot further north than I was the previous attempt. But no, still missed all the land that I could. Probe core did burn up, and I lost the... Yeah, that's kind of expensive, but whatever. I took another quick save. So I saved one. I haven't loaded to it yet. And I burned off the extra fuel, so it should land a little bit more soft, because it has less weight. And if this thing still explodes, then I'll get all the Kerbals out if I have to. But before that, I'll try cutting some of the back chutes to make it go in back first, where it's a little more tough. But we'll see. Either way, those Kerbals are going to live. Well, let's also try deploying the gear. That might give a little bit of contact with the water and help slow us down somewhat. Please don't explode. Oh, it didn't explode. Great. So, if you're landing in water, burn off the extra fuel. So yeah, I should be able to get this craft to work a little bit better in the future. But that version, it works somewhat. Tourists came back alive. Okay, we got 22, so that's approximately, I don't know, about 40,000 from that. Launcher's about 67, so not bad. We got a lot of reputation. Wait, no, we didn't get reputation. Oh, there. We got reputation there. What did that do? So we completed that, got reputation, money, lots of money, and lots of reputation. That's really good. Whoops. Now we have Bill, Jebediah, and Valentina. They're going to head up to the Ares ship and start getting it ready for departure. I think there's still maybe another month or a few weeks before it goes, but it's going to be quite a task to get everything ready to go. So I'm going to send up the 2 pilots who will be flying the ship, and Bill, who's the only engineer that'll be on the ship. So, yeah. We'll send the scientists and our, who else is going? I'm not sure who else is going. We're sending up 2 scientists? Oh, where's it? 3 scientists. Might be 3 scientists. Wow. Anyways, point is, let's get this going up. There we are in orbit. I'm going to do the docking and rendezvous, and I will be right back. Okay, I didn't quite get it lined up, so it's the magnets have to pull the ship around in a turn. But it's working on that now. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Nice solid 15 frames per second. I'm gonna reload it. That usually makes it a little bit easier. And look at that, we're back up to my standard 30 frames a second. Well, it's jumping around a little, but now it's a lot smoother. Yeah, that's an interesting trick. You can just leave and then come back, and that fixes it. Why are you going above 30 frames a second? You're not supposed to. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Part count, 495, so almost 500 parts. That's not bad. It's pretty good. Well, let's see here. I hope those things are on straight. It's hard to tell. If they're not on straight, the engine gimbals have to do the rest. Yeah, I don't think they're on quite straight, but you really can't tell that much from most of these angles that they're not on straight, so if they aren't, it's so minimal that the engine gimbal will definitely be able to do it. So that's good. Our pilots are now in here. I'm going to get all the lights turned on, so they're going to get the ship fired up. Right now, let's get Jeb transferred over. Oh, I got a contract for that. I forgot about that. To expand the Ares ship. So now what I have to do is find... Where is it? There it is, crew hatch. Jebediah Kerman, transfer. You're going to the driving spot. What about Valentina? Where are you going? You can go to... I don't know, go to... We'll say that that's the secondary command. And then, Bill, go out to one of the outer rings, please. Alright, there we go. So from these stations, they should be able to get all the lights on. Okay, now we've got all the lights on the ship on. Looks a lot nicer like that. And it killed my frame rate. That's nice. Whatever. Yeah, then I have to extend solar panels and then do some fuel transferring. Let's close that and get all the radiators and solar panels extended. And there we go. Now we've got the ship's whole power plant running. I've left that turned off for a long time because I didn't want to damage it with the engine exhaust from all the construction work. But now we're pretty much done with that. Oh, great. Lots of lag in the autosave. You know, my frame rate's dropping again. That's fine. That's to be expected with a ship this large. Once we drop the external fuel tank, that'll cut down on parts somewhat. Getting to Duna will drop these whole sections, and that will help a lot. I'm going to do some fuel transfer. We'll deorbit this, and then we'll see what we'll do. Good enough. I only lost one of the engines there. Probably needs slightly more fuel, but that's about as good as I'm going to get it after that many tries. There we go. That's all docked up. Alright, my frame rate is down to 10. I'll have to refresh it pretty soon here. But I can still transfer the crew over. I'm going to transfer fuel. I'll come back when we're ready to depart for Duna. And I'll re-enter this stage off camera. I'm going to drain it of all its fuel and it'll burn up. Alright, we now finally have waited long enough. Those poor Kerbals, I think the first crew was up there for a month. I was hoping they'd spend as little time as possible in this ship, but whatever. It's fine. It's time for them to finally leave. I'm sure they are thrilled. And, yeah. So we're gonna start at about 2 minutes to there. So let's activate our engines. Quick save. Frame rate is awful, and I don't really care. There's all the engines started. Good, and I hope no others are started right now. Good, I don't see any other active. I know we're in the forward, and let's start the engines for the first time. Okay, let's watch. It's holding steady, which means those things aren't too crooked. I see a little bit of pitch correction, so they're not perfectly straight, but it's not bad. Full power. Alright. We now have the engines at full power, and I'm not seeing any issues with it. How are you doing, Jeb? Wow, you're holding it on perfectly. So, yeah. Let's have a time lapse of all the burns. Alright, there we go. We have a Duna encounter. So that is very, very good. Let's look at it. Focus view on Duna. Not bad. With a course correction at our ascending node, we should be well on our way. And how's this? Yeah, we're leaving Kerbin very quickly now. I was going to split that into 2 burns, then I realized it would take 10 days, and that would put us out of the Duna transfer window. I was like, whatever. So I went for it. And it appeared to work. We burned through a lot more fuel than I thought we would, but I think we're fine, because we've lost a ton of weight by losing all that fuel. So what I'm going to do is, oh, it drained from that tank. It did? Why'd it drain from that tank? Uh-oh. That's not good. Wasn't supposed to drain from that tank either. We might need to send a refueling mission. We'll see. Yeah, we might just have to do that. Shouldn't be a huge problem, though. Yeah, let's see. Oh, what was that? Why would you do that? Free. Thank you. Yeah, that could be a minor issue. Let's drain our reserve tanks and put those into the main ones. That'll help somewhat. Did it drain fuel from our landers? I don't think it did. I sure hope not. We'd be in... Okay, it does not look like it drained from the landers. So, that's good. If they have any extra fuel, they'll be alright. This is an interesting problem. Yeah, we might just have to build a massive refueling ship. We will launch that next episode. I think the launch pad has enough time to prepare a massive ship. We'll send it out there and we can dock and refuel at any time. We still have plenty of money for that, so we should be fine. But yeah, the Ares ship is now on its course for Duna, and everything should be fine once it gets refueled. I thought it had enough, but apparently not. It's a massive ship, but that's fine. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support and comments. Please post more, and be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next episode. I hope you all have a very nice day.